Today on Mind Movement, we are going to learn from the mind of Jiddu Krishnamurti. Enjoy. We all want to be famous people, and the moment you want to be something, we are no longer free. Intelligence is the capacity to perceive the essential, the what is, and to awaken this capacity in oneself and in others is education. So when you are listening to somebody completely, attentively, then you are listening to not only to the words, but also to the feeling of what is being conveyed, to the whole of it, not part of it. This is not a philosophy as a series of theories. It is exactly what the word philosophy means, the love of truth, the love of life. It is not something that you go to a university to learn. We are learning about the art of living in our daily life. It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. The ability to observe without evaluating is the highest form of intelligence. I don't mind what happens. That is the essence of inner freedom. It is a timeless spiritual truth. Release attachment to outcomes. Deep inside yourself, you'll feel good no matter what. It's beautiful to be alone. To be alone does not mean to be lonely. It means the mind is not influenced and contaminated by society. Truth is more in the process than in the result. There is an art of seeing things as they are, without naming, without being caught in a network of words, without thinking interfering with perception. You are the world and the world is you. Here is my secret. I don't mind what happens. A cup is useful only when it is empty, and a mind that is filled with beliefs, with dogmas, with assertions, with quotations is really an uncreative mind. To understand the immeasurable, the mind must be extraordinarily quiet, still. You want to be loved because you don't love, but the moment you love, it is finished. You are no longer inquiring whether or not somebody loves you. Freedom and love go together. Love is not a reaction. If I love you because you love me, that is mere trade, a thing to be bought in the market. It is not love. To love is not to ask anything in return, not even to feel that you are giving something, and it is only such love that can know freedom. There is no end to education. It is not that you read a book, pass an examination, and finish with education. The whole of life, from the moment you are born to the moment you die, is a process of learning. In oneself lies the whole world, and if you know how to look and learn, the door is there and the key is in your hand. Nobody on earth can give you either the key or the door to open except yourself. You must understand the whole of life, not just one little part of it. That is why you must read. That is why you must look at the skies. That is why you must sing and dance and write poems and suffer and understand, for all that is life. As we are, the world is. Die to everything of yesterday, so that your mind is always fresh, always young, innocent, full of vigor and passion. We carry about us the burden of what thousands of people have said and the memories of all our misfortunes. To abandon all this is to be alone. And the mind that is alone is not only innocent, but young. Not in time or age, but young, innocent, alive at whatever age. And only such a mind can see that which is truth and that which is not measurable by words. Why does your mind conform? Have you ever asked? Are you aware that you are conforming to a pattern? It doesn't matter what that pattern is, whether you have established a pattern of yourself or it has been established for you. A consistent thinker is a thoughtless person because he conforms to a pattern. He repeats phrases and thinks in a groove. And the point is it possible for the mind to be totally free from suffering and yet not become indifferent, callous, irresponsible, but to have the passion, the intensity, the energy that freedom brings, freedom from suffering? Thought is so cunning, so clever, that it distorts everything for its own convenience. Happiness is strange. It comes when you are not seeking it, when you are not making an effort to be happy. Then unexpectedly, mysteriously, happiness is there, born of purity, of a loveliness of being. Human beings, each one, right through the world, go through great agonies. The more sensitive, the more alert, the more observant, the greater the suffering, the anxiety, the extraordinary sense of insoluble problems. Real learning comes about when the competitive spirit has ceased. One is never afraid of the unknown. One is afraid of the known coming to an end. A man who is not afraid is not aggressive. A man who has no sense of fear of any kind is really a free, a peaceful man. Tell your friend that in his death, a part of you dies and goes with him. Wherever he goes, you also go. He will not be alone.